Hello students, we already covered MCQ sessions on trigonometry. With this the confirmation already revealed in the previous video, that is four chapters comes to an end. These are sets, relation function, mathematical induction and trigonometric function. Now we will begin with the new chapter which is of greater importance for knowledge point of view as well as for your scoring point of view. So that is the new chapter is complex number and quadratic equation. Okay, now you wonder why they kept name complex number, and you have one more question, why they have kept quadratic equation chapter with complex number. So that is today's topic. Okay, what is complex number? Once I asked one student, what is a complex number? He replied me, sir, any number which is complex number. Okay, that is obvious, not an issue in that. But what do you mean by exactly complex number? So we will take our olden days. Okay, that is what mathematicians used to do with equation as well as numbers. So based on that, we will come to this chapter number 5. It is complex number and quadratic equation. What I will do is, I will finish first complex number chapter, and at the end I will let me start with quadratic equation, because you all know about quadratic equation. Highest power is 2. Yeah, and you know how to solve quadratic equation. That all thing you know. You know about discriminant. If discriminant is positive, what will happen? If discriminant is negative, what will happen? That you know. Based on this, I will link that chapter to the complex number. So let me, for time being, we will take complex number first. So what is the introduction part? What is actually meaning? Why we need to study complex number? So what is the story here is, okay, if I ask you a question, x plus 1 equal to 0, what is the solution? X equal to minus 1. Why x equal to minus 1? Y equal to minus 1 means, if I put in place of x minus 1, minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0. Therefore this minus 1 is a real number. So this equation has real solution. If I ask you x minus 2 equal to 0, yes, what is the answer? You will say x equal to 2. Why x equal to 2? Because 2 minus 2 is 0. Again, that 2 is real number, it has a real solution. Yes. If I ask you something like x plus 0.5 equal to 0, what is your answer? You will say x equal to minus 0.5, because minus 0.5 plus 0.5 is 0. Again, it is a real number. But if I raise my equation, if it is like this, x square minus 1 equal to 0, then what do we say? If you put plus 1, it is 1 square minus 1, 0. If you put x plus minus 1 square is plus 1, 1 minus 1. That is, x has two solutions, plus or minus 1. Again, it is real only. But the question comes here, what do you mean by this? Now the question comes, what is the value of x if you put in real numbers, or you choose from real number in such a way that this relation going to be 0? This relation going to be 0. Think for a minute. Do you have any number so that if I put in place of x, its square plus something going to be 0? Obviously, it has a solution. I will give you a fraction of minute. Please think, don't waste time. Do you have any number here? Can I put 1 here? 1 square, 1 plus 1, 2. No. Can I put minus 1 here? Minus 1 square plus 1, 1 plus 1 again 2. Can I put 2 here? No. Do you have any number here? Now, let me think practically. All these solutions are real. Now I will consider special equation, that is x square plus 1 equal to 0. If, okay, I am giving you practical idea. If x equal to root of minus 1, then what this equation becomes? This equation becomes root minus 1 the whole square plus 1, which is equal to square root and square get cancelled. You left with minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. Yeah, I got solution. But my question is that number what you substituted in place of x is a real number? Have you ever seen such number in the real number category? That is my question. We all know 1. We all know 1 by 2. We all know 0.5. We all know minus 0.5. We all know root 2. We all know root 3 by 4. But we don't know what is root minus 1. We don't know what is root minus 2. We don't know root of minus 3. Yes? Because they are all not comes under category of real numbers. Therefore, mathematician forced by these things to develop a new number called as complex number. Understood? Because it is our beyond limit to get answer to such question. Okay, to answer such question, they developed a new numbers or new theory called as complex theory, and for your syllabus they call complex numbers. If you offer in MSc mathematics, there you will study in detail about complex number, that is complex analysis. If you go after PUC, if you admit to some BSc courses, there you will study complex number, but in detail you study it in a PG courses, which is very beautiful. This topic has a greater importance in mathematics. Okay, therefore, so this to solve equations of such category. If I ask you x square plus 2, here also same thing. You need to put minus 2, root of minus 2, which is not a real number. Therefore, to answer such question, they developed a new theory called as complex theory. Okay, therefore they gave name complex numbers. So now I will discuss its definition and one by one idea. Okay, hope so you understood why they developed a complex number. Okay, now what is the definition that I will tell you? They may ask this definition in exam form 1 mark. So how to define this? Let me take. So what we do? We write like this: any number, okay, of the form, any number of the form z equal to, so that z is notation for complex number. Okay, usually complex number is denoted by z. Okay, any number of the form z equal to a plus ib. Okay, this is the notation of complex number. Any number of the form z equal to a, small letter a, plus I, small letter b. Okay, b is also small letter. In some textbook they will write like this. This is also a complex number, but this I should be always in a small letter. This may be changed, not issue. But usually while writing, all we will write small letter only. Any number of the form z equal to a plus ib, where a is real part and b, okay, is imaginary part. Okay, such thing is called complex number. Okay, therefore what is a complex number? Any number of the form z equal to a plus ib is called complex number, where a is called real part of that complex number z and b is called imaginary part of that complex number z. Therefore, I'll write here. Therefore, real part, I'll write shortly RE. Real part of z, where z is complex number. What is the real part of z? A. Okay. Now, what is imaginary part? I'll write shortly IM. Imaginary part of z. Which is imaginary part? B. Always keep in mind, any term with I is called imaginary part. But while writing, never write this. Imaginary part, while you will write, no, write only term with I. Don't write both. You will lose marks. Therefore, this thing you should keep in mind. Okay? Therefore, A is real part, B is imaginary part. Now, you may ask question, what is I? Okay? The notation I. Why they kept I only? They may keep U, V, W, X, Y, Z. It is because of the pronunciation iota. Okay? Iota. It is the pronunciation. Actually, it is iota. So we will take it in short I. Therefore, what is its value? Always keep in mind, I is called iota in complex number. Its value is given by square root of 1. Always keep in mind, in complex number, so therefore, if z equal to a plus ib is complex number, then real part of that complex number is A, imaginary part of that complex number is B, and that I value is square root of -1. This thing you always keep in mind. Okay, so if z is A plus IB, then real part of that complex number z is A. Imaginary part of complex number z is B. One thing keep in mind, while writing imaginary part, don't write I. Write only term with I. It is B. Okay, and that value of I, it is iota, is under root -1. Okay, make note down all these things. Okay, because these all things matters a lot. If you note down systematically while reading, it plays vital role for your next all videos. If you not understand first video, rest all become very much difficult for you people. Okay, so any number of the form a plus ib, it is real part, b is imaginary part, and I equal to root of -1 is called complex number. Now you may give n number of complex number examples. One example is I will give 2 plus 3i, or you may give -3 -4i. This is also complex number. Then 3 plus 5i, yes. Okay, you may give 2 by 7 minus I times 3 by 7. This is also complex number. Or you may give 0.5 plus I times of 2 by 3. Yes, this is also complex number. In this, if you observe, real part, imaginary part, real part, imaginary part, real part, imaginary part, real part, imaginary part, real part, imaginary part. If you observe, all real part, imaginary part are all real numbers. Okay? Therefore, in some textbook, what they will write, if z equal to a plus ib, where a, b both belongs to real number. Okay? Only this iota notation is under root -1. Got the point? Therefore, this is a very important criteria in complex number. So let me take you to the next thing in complex number. So all you need is proper understanding of the basic idea in complex number. So many textbooks, if you observe, some textbooks they have taken notation x plus iy. Okay, this is also notation they use x plus iy, or you may take a plus ib. Okay, in some textbook they have taken x1 plus I into y1. In some textbook they have taken a1 plus I into b1. You may take any notation. Okay, but in all cases I is root of minus 1, and first all terms are real part, next all terms are imaginary part. Okay, and one more thing, if you have 2 minus 3i, you can rewrite it as 2 plus minus 3 into I. Okay, or you may write it as 2 plus I times of minus 3. Understood? This is one thing I want to tell you. One more thing is, and one more thing, minus 2 minus 3i. Okay, so it is also your wish. You may write it as minus 2 plus minus 3 into I. Okay, it is your wish how you want to write. These all things you keep in mind. So one more thing I want to tell you, this as a note. Please take care. That note is every real number is complex number. Every real number is complex number. How to prove it? Every real number is complex number. Every real number is complex number. Just you think whether every complex number is a real number. No. But how every real number is complex number? Why means, what is a complex number? Any number of the form a plus ib or any number of the form x plus iy is complex number. Therefore, I will ask a question, whether 2 is a real number, whether it's a complex number. If no, tell me reason. If yes, tell me reason. Why it is complex number? If your answer is no, I will not take it, it's a real number only, then justify. Why means, is it possible to write 2 as a 2 plus I into 0? Because 0 into I is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2 only. What is my expectation is, if you try or if you able to express any number of the form a plus I into b, where a is real number, b is also real number, then it is a complex number. Because 2 is also real number, 0 is also real number. You can express or not. Therefore, every real number can made as a complex number. With this, the very important number is every real number is complex number. Understood? This is a very important note to you. Means you can write, or if you have minus 3 by 4, it's also complex number. You can write it as minus 3 by 4 plus I times of 0, where minus 3 by 4 is also real number, 0 is also real number. So every real number can be made as complex number. Therefore, what is the summary till now we studied? If you have taken z, notation of complex number, x plus iy, then x is real part, y is imaginary part, and I is called iota. Its value is given by under root minus 1. Okay. Why it is happened? It is happened because of solving, okay, because while finding answer for the equation x square plus 1 equal to 0. Okay. So that's it from the complex number basic part. Now let me develop the theory complex number. Now, I have one more idea. If I ask you 2, 5 by 4, 1, 0.5, 1 by. If I ask you to compare, what do you say? 2 equal to 2. 5 by 4 never equal to 1. 0.5 equal to 2. Why? Both sides we have equal sign. Now, is it applicable to real complex number also? That we think. Always keep in mind. If z1 is equal to a1 plus ib1 and Z2 is equal to A2 plus IB2. Then means if you have two complex numbers, one is Z1 A1 plus IB1, to avoid confusion I have taken it as Z2 is A2 plus IB2, where A1 is real part in Z1, B1 is imaginary part in Z1, A2 is real part in Z2, B2 is real part in Z2, that is B2 is imaginary part in Z2, and for both complex number I value is under root minus 1 only. Okay, then Z1 equal to Z2 if and only if Z1 equal to Z2 if and only if A1 equal to A2 and B1 equal to B2. This is called as equality of two complex numbers. But how to tell it shortly? Two complex numbers are said to be equal if and only their corresponding real parts and imaginary parts are equal or are same. Therefore, two complex numbers are same if and only their corresponding real part as well as corresponding imaginary part are equal. With this I can say 2 plus 3i and minus 2 plus 3i. They are not equal complex number. Why means real part of first complex number is 2. Real part of second complex number is minus 2. Imaginary part of first complex number is 3. Imaginary part of second complex number is also 3. Here imaginary part are same. But what about real part? They are not same. What I told, if and only A1 equal to A2 and if I told or, then it is equal. But I told here A1 equal to A2 and B1 equal to B2. Here 3 equal to 3, but 2 is never equal to minus 2. With this I can say these two complex numbers are never equal. So when they are equal, when their corresponding real part, real to real, same as imaginary to imaginary. That means A1 equal to A2 and B1 equal to B2. That thing you should keep in mind. So based on this, I'll discuss one question which appeared in theory test. Okay, that is board exams. Hope so you understood the idea about it. Now let me take one problem. If 4x plus 3x minus 1 times I equal to 3 plus I times of minus 6, where x and y are real numbers, then find x and y. What is given is if equal, they only give, it's not we created. In question they only given, they are equal. So what I will write here, given 4x plus 3x minus 1i is equal to 3 plus I into minus 6. It is they only given, means it is one complex number. It looks like, okay, a plus ib. A plus IB. They only given, both are equal. Both are equal means what I can say, which implies real part of first complex number is 4x should equal with real part of second complex number 3 and imaginary part, just take care, see here, and imaginary part of first complex number, that is 3x minus 1 should equal to imaginary part of second complex number, that is minus 6. With this I can say x equal to 3 by 4. Yes, and we already got x here. To get y, let me substitute that x here. That x we know 3 by 4 minus y equal to minus 6, which implies x equal to 3 by 4 and 3 3s are 9. 9 by 4 minus y equal to minus 6. which is I can say x equal to 3 by 4 and put this side, that is 9 by 4 plus 6 equal to 1. So x equal to 3 by 4 and y equal to 4 6 are 24. 24 plus 9 33. 33 by 4. Therefore required x and y or unknown x and y is 3 by 4 and 33 by 4 respectively. It is happened because of equality of two complex numbers, because they only gave in the question they are equal, and what I did, two complex numbers are equal means real, imaginary should same, and I proceeded. I got 3 by 4 as well as 33 by 4. So that's about the answer. That is 3 by 4 as well as 33 by 4. Okay. Now we will develop. So such question will come for 1 marks in theory test. Okay. So please note down these things. Now we will discuss some important ideas in complex number which might help you, okay, for your future studies. What I want to tell is, my topic now in the complex number is algebra of complex number. Algebra of complex number. Now you wonder why I kept this name, algebra of complex number. What is the role of algebra in complex number? Why I kept it? Why? What is the reason? Why it is like this is, we all studied algebra from, okay, though directly, indirectly, we will do algebra each and every day. What is algebra? Though you may ask, though you may say algebra means this theorem. No. Algebra, what is basically, algebra is nothing but addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These four operations are not called algebraic operation. Algebra means make use of these four operations. Now what is you got complete idea why I am introduced. Algebra of complex number means between complex numbers I am using these four notation: addition, subtraction. Okay. So what I will do is, let z1 equal to, you may take notation as x1 also, huh? It is your wish. It is your wish. I have taken a1 plus ib1. You may take x1 y1 also. So let me take it as x1 y1. Okay? Don't stick on to one notation. Okay? If you are comfortable with a and b notation, keep a and b. Don't take one side a, another side x1 y1. Okay? Stick on to one. Okay? But while getting idea, you may change notation. Okay? But while writing also, be careful. I will take notation x1 y1. Okay, so let z1 equal to x1 plus i1 and z2 equal to x2 plus i1 be two complex numbers. Then, okay, first one, addition of complex number. Addition of complex number. Okay. So what is addition of complex number? Z1 plus Z. Okay. So what is Z1? It is x1 plus iy1 plus x2 plus iy. Now you may guess what I will do next. What I will do, I will bring real part one side. x1 is the real part of first complex number, x2 is the real part of second complex number, y1 is the imaginary part of first complex number, y2 is the imaginary part of second complex number. I will take real with real. It is x1 plus x2 as one group plus iy1 iy2. I is common. I will take y1 plus y. Again, it looks like a complex number or not? Think that it is whole x. This is an I whole y. It looks like x plus iy. Therefore, what I got? I got to know that addition of complex number is again complex number, right? Is again complex number. That is very important thing. When we add two complex number, the result what we got is again a complex number. Now whether it is applicable to subtraction, let me check. That is subtraction of complex number. Subtraction of complex number. So what we do usually? Z1 minus Z. That is x1 plus iy1 minus x2 plus iy2. Now what do we do? I'll take one more step to avoid confusion. Minus x2 minus iy. Again same thing, I'll bring real with real. That is x1 minus x2. If you observe, it is plus sign, it is minus sign. I will take plus only. So you left with y1 minus y. Again it looks like complex number only, a plus ib. Therefore, subtraction of complex numbers is again complex number. Yes? Yes or no? Let me check it whether it's okay, valid for multiplication. Multiplication of complex number. What we'll do here is, we'll take z1 into z. What is z1? It is x1 plus iy1, first complex number. Second is x2 plus iy1. Simply multiply x1 into x2, that is x1 x2. x1 plus iy2, that is I times of x1 y2 plus I times of y1 x2. Now plus into plus, plus I into I square, y1 into y1, y1 into y2. So I'll write here x1 x2 plus, no problem here, x1 y2, no problem here, y1 x2. Now what is the answer for I square? I told in my lecture I is under root of minus 1. Now what is the answer for I square? That I will, what is the answer for I cube, I raised to 4, I raised to 5, that I will take in the next video. For time being, can you tell me what is I square answer? I square answer is nothing but squaring both sides. When you square both sides, I become I square. Here it becomes root minus 1 the whole square. Yes, it is nothing but I square is equal to square root get cancelled. You left with minus 1. Therefore, always keep in mind as a note, if I is root of minus 1, I square is minus 1. Okay? It's a easy fact to you people, not an issue in that. Therefore, I can say I square answer is minus 1 plus into minus 1 minus y1 into y2. Okay? It is like this. Therefore, I can say this is real part. Yeah, there is no item. There is also no item. Therefore, I write x1 x2 minus y1 y2. I made it as a one group. In both I is common. I will say x1 y2 plus y1 x2. Again it looks like a plus ib. Therefore, I will say multiplication of complex number is again complex number, right? Is again complex number. What we got here is Till now we got, if you take two complex number, addition of these two, again complex number. Subtraction of these two, again complex number. Multiplication of these two is again a complex number, with the idea that if I is root of -1, then I square is -1. Okay. Now one more last thing left is division. Whether it is valid, that will think, but how to do that division? Because in division there is one famous problem. Okay, that you all encounter. That how to avoid that thing we will take. That is division of complex number. Division of complex number. So what we will do is, we will take z1 divided by z. Okay, which is nothing but z1 is x1 plus iy1 divided by x2 plus iy. Okay. Now one thing keep in mind, we all know if I write 1 by x, I always avoid x not equal to 0. I always avoid 0 because 1 by 0 is not defined. Therefore I need to write here x2 plus iy2 not equal to 0. This is essential. Now what I will do in the next step is, it is x1 plus iy1 divided by x2 plus iy2. I will multiply and divide by conjugate, that is x2 minus iy2 divided by x2 minus iy2. But this thing, that conjugate thing, I have not explained. Now I will take that platform to explain. What is conjugate? If z equal to a plus ib, then its conjugate, okay, this thing you keep in mind as a note, is given by, if z is notation, z bar. Okay, some text would have written z dash, but better you take z bar. Is given by a minus ib. This is always keep in mind. What I did is, to get a conjugate, simply replace sign with I. If you have plus here, make it minus. Rest all you keep as it is. So, is given by this. So, this is the important note for you people. Many of the problems in complex will make use of this thing. So, I will take one example. If 2 plus 3i is a complex number, then its conjugate is 2 minus 3i. If you have minus 2 minus 3i complex number, its conjugate is minus 2 plus 3i. I have never changed the sign with minus 2. What I told is, simply change the sign which is present with I. Here originally with I you have plus, I made it minus. Here with I sign is minus, I made it plus. If you have 2 minus 3i, its conjugate is 2 plus 3i. Like this. Understood? What sign is with I in question you see and write its opposite and keep rest all term as. Okay? So that's about conjugate. Usually conjugate notation is z bar. So with this I can say, if x2 y2 is in a denominator, we will say it is a rationalizing technique. Yeah, you know it in your lower class. I also rationalize by its conjugate. So if x2 plus iy2 is a complex number, its conjugate is x2 minus iy2. Understood? So this thing you just take. If z is a complex number, its conjugate is z bar, it is a minus ib. What I did? I changed the sign which is present with I. If it is plus, minus. If it is minus, it is plus. Okay. Now I will simplify this expression in the idea, that is z1 divided by z2. Now if you observe, it looks like a plus b, okay? A plus b into a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b, we can say it is if you observe, it is a square minus b square, okay? Otherwise, if you confuse, you just multiply, not a issue in that. If you are confusion, you just take it as x1 plus iy1, okay, into x2 minus iy1. Understood? Denominator x2 plus I by 2 into x2 minus I by 2. Simply multiply this term x1 into x2, that is x1 x2, plus into minus, that is I times of x1 y2 plus I times of y1 x2, plus into minus I into I square also I told minus 1, minus and this minus become plus, it is y1 y2 divided by denominator x1 x2 into x2 square, x2 is minus x2 y2 plus I times of y2 x2 plus into minus I into I square is minus 1, minus and minus become plus, it is y2 square. If you simplify, numerator x1 x2 plus y1 y2 one group plus, okay, here I will take I common, you left with y1 x2 minus y2 x1 divided by, it become x2 square, okay, plus y2 square as one group plus I times of y2 x2 minus, okay, sorry, might you can say, instead of writing same term, you can say this 2 will cancel, right? x2 y2 plus I minus I. So you left with x2 square plus y2 square. So we all know a plus b by c, which is written as a by c plus b by c. Yes, it is a plus b, take it as a whole term c. So you can write this thing as x1 x2 plus y1 y2 divided by x2 square plus y2 square plus I times of y1 x2 minus y2 x1 divided by x2 square plus y2 square. If you divide, again it is a form a plus I into b. Again it's a complex number. Therefore, division of complex numbers is again complex number. Okay, that's it from this video. So in this session we studied what is complex number, what is the basic idea behind it, how to make complex number or how to form a complex number, whether every real number is a complex number, algebra of complex number, different types of complex number, conjugate of a complex number, whether algebra is valid in complex number, we all got. Okay, addition is satisfied, subtraction is satisfied, multiplication is satisfied, division is satisfied. With this idea, I will come with in the next video problem based on it. So till then, please watch this video and make it perfect. Okay, so next problems all depends on video 1 content. Okay, so please take care of all these things. Okay, just note down all these things. Okay, it is more than enough. If you understand this, you will manage problems easily. So please note down each and everything systematically. Okay, till then take care. Thank you very much.